Y'all for being here. This is the.
What is it, Scott? What is this?
This is the. Apparently from upstairs with the paperwork, it's the Scott Terry.
Yes, it is the Scott Terry.
There's a piece of paper upstairs with a giant, my name gigantically printed, which is now sitting on top of the chicken wings.
It is. If we smell smoke at any point, we need to egress.
So, there may be fire due to the fact that my name is on top of the chicken. On chicken wings? Yes. If you all don't like what you're already hearing, then you just need to leave this show. This is exactly what this show is about. Very cool. So I was very, very proud of myself to be able to wrangle these gentlemen on stage with me. Yeah.
Did you guys get your checks yet?
I didn't, and also I didn't get the fucking hat memo.
Well, it's
I'm just up here balding it up with everybody else.
You'll all get vouchers, don't worry. You'll get vouchers. We gave it just seemed appropriate for with it being 20 Rock Boat and 2020, Hindsight 2020 has given us a place to jump off of. And so I had this idea of nostalgic songs that I was going to play, and that's all kind of changed and shifted since we got on the boat. I wanted to start. Some creep slid a card under my door in my room.
Who was it?
I don't know, but the postcard.
If they're not here, that'd be super weird.
I know.
It's kind of Bowie-esque though. I like
Isn't that nice?
It's like Island.
That's like a
Bowie.
really nice postcard. And here's what it says. They wrote their Instagram on there too, but I'll spare you all that. This says, red wine blue, please, oh pretty please, play Sea of Old Friends on board. Yeah. The guy's name, I can't remember his name. You gonna read it? Or?
I was trying to read what his Instagram was. Yeah. No, that seems legit.
Yeah.
Something about art school. Like, this guy,
His name's like Uli or Oogly.
I think maybe that's Julie and
the Julie shit.
O'Neill.
It looked like Oogly.
One of them is obviously a doctor, judging by the handwriting.
But they met. Read the part about like the art school they met like years ago.
Sea of old friends. You said that part. On board with friend, and I met in art school 1978.
Cool, man.
Damn, so they're old.
They're old as fuck.
I would definitely honor that request.
James was the very last rock boat, so you should definitely. We didn't play it. We never played the song. We didn't play it on the boat, so yeah. So I'm gonna try to start things out and play this song, which incidentally is. Welcome home, we're strangers now. Everything seems scaled down. Look around the nutshell town. Some of us never got out. Here, some of the best times. Here, some of the best times. Social cliques and old high school charms. Camping out at diners, pulling false fire alarms, smoking joints at homecoming dances, never fearing the questions, happy without the answers. Here were some of the best times. Here were some of the best times. Some of the best times while we were here. swimming in a sea of old friends. I'll be gone swimming in a sea of old friends. I'll be gone swimming in a sea of old friends. I'll be gone swimming in a sea of old friends. Oogly! Thank you, Oogly, and 1978 Art School. Thank you. That's good. We never talked about who's going next.
They're out there?
Shit.
I said Julie. Motherfucker can't.
Can we, just for the sake of me keeping my integrity, just call her Oogly for the next... We got half a day left, man. Just go with it. Okay.
Also,
Well,
how did Uli know your room?
that's a very good question. That's why I was kind of creeped out. Yeah, I just got nauseous. And I swear, man, that looks like fucking Oogly.
I believe there was a lot of espionage being taught at art schools in the late 70s.
Have y'all had a good time on this boat? Hold on. It's been so much fun. This is hands down my favorite boat. We got such a blast. My mom and dad are on this boat. And not to stress out the other gentlemen on stage, but my mom, as I was walking over here, she stopped me and she said, "Hey, Scotto, I saw the girl, like the women's songwriters in the round. Wow. Don't screw up. Be good. Be good." So, I'm sorry we missed that, but I'm glad that they crushed, so. No pressure, who's next? Which way are we going?
I believe Scott Terry's name's on the bill, so that would be...
Yeah.
I just played
Well, your name's on the chicken.
Yeah, the chicken.
There. He said-
You gotta direct this motherfucker.
I'll direct it. You know, why don't we go with you? Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Thanks for making me follow him. You're an asshole.
It just made sense, like, you know.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's fine. We can talk later.
I love you guys. I'm so glad you're all here.
So, Scott's parents are here, and he's trying not to embarrass himself in front of them. My children are here, and I'm trying not to embarrass myself in front of them, but I figure the easiest way to do that is just to go ahead and preemptively embarrass my children. So Liam and George, if you're here tonight, I only got 3 or 4 songs, but I intend on milking it for all it's worth. This one, I wrote a few records back, and when I finished, and the kids were listening to the record one night, my oldest boy stopped me as we were going to bed, and he said, "Daddy, can I ask you a question?" I said, "Yeah." And he asked if me and my wife were getting a divorce. He said, "Are you and Mommy getting a divorce?" I said, "No." But then I thought about it and wondered if maybe he had information that I wasn't privy to. He spends quite a bit of time on her phone at that point playing Candy Crush and shit. So I was like, "Well, I don't know, are we?" And he said, "I don't think so." And then it got weird. But I told him, I said, "No, we're not getting a divorce." And I said, "Why? Why would you, because then that's something you got to worry about." And he said, "Well, I was listening to one of those songs on your new record, and it sounded like it was about a couple that was getting a divorce." And I said, "It is about a couple that's getting a divorce, but it's not really about me and your mom." He didn't really understand, and so I tried to explain, suspension of disbelief to then a 6.5-year-old. It was a little harder, and it didn't really work. And so then I finally, as I looked around his room, and I saw his Star Wars toys, and I was able to explain it to him that, George Lucas that wrote all those Star Wars movies, right? And he said, "Yeah." So he was never really a Jedi, right? And he said, "Yeah." So sometimes, you can just sort of put parts of you into a story, but it's not really true. And I saw the glow come back to his face when he realized that his mother, and I weren't getting a divorce. And so I felt like I'd done my parental duty and wanted to go downstairs. And then at that point, my youngest from his bedroom in the dark said, "Daddy." I talk to you for a second? I said, yeah, I wandered in, and George said, I knew that song wasn't about you and Mommy. And I pushed my luck, as parents sometimes do, because I thought, well, you should tell me about why you knew that, George, because I figured George would say, well, you know, the way that you and Mommy look at one another, the way y'all constantly work on your communication to make sure that you show us how couples are supposed to handle disagreements in a relationship. You know, it's just obvious that y'all love one another. So I said, how did you know that, George? And he laughed and he said, because in that song, it says that the kids go to school and ride the bus, and we don't even ride a bus. So I have Metro Nashville Public School Transportation for teaching my kids what true love is. Amen. You go to bed early and darling, I stay up late. I come to in the morning, the kids are already awake. Get them dressed, get them breakfast, out the door and on the bus. Oh, but they don't see these walls building up between us. You put on your makeup and don't even look my way. Pass by me in the hallway like a ghost is running away. Tell me we got dinner plans with friends at 5. And ask if maybe we could just act happy tonight. Oh, but nobody can tell, 'cause we play the part so well. Fool 'em all little by little more every day. And truth is we made a mistake. Ain't that happy couple on the wedding cake. Yeah, it's you and me, darling, just living this grand charade. And I drive to work in this rusted out pickup truck. Coffee steams in the holder, torn between staying and just giving up. Sometimes I sit in this parking lot and I just cry. And I wonder how the hell this came our life. Oh, but nobody can tell, 'cause we play the part so well. Fool 'em all little by little more every day. And the truth is we made a mistake. Ain't that every couple on the wedding cake. Yeah, it's you and me, darling, just living this grand charade. We can try to stay together for parents and for kids. We know now there ain't nothing to change our ways. We can act like it ain't over, but it is. Let's do it again. Come on, pretend. Oh, but nobody can tell, 'cause we play the part so well. Fool 'em all little by little more every day. And the truth is we made a mistake. We ain't that happy couple on the wedding cake. Yeah, it's you and me, darling, just living this grand charade. Come on, little darling, we living this grand charade.
Can I say something? How come your microphone's got the Dionne Warwick thing? And like the windscreen? How come?
I believe in safe singing, Scott. I've done this for Safety first. Shit. Health, it's on the health channel on the
That's right. Even raw dog.
Hey man, you want one? Yes! I haven't used that one but once. It's the inside you gotta worry about.
Always.
It feels a little different, but it's really not too bad.
Hey. Yeah, no, it feels real good. Check.
It's nice. It's kind
I've
of
been singing this for hours.
It's kind of ribbed for her pleasure. Right there. I mean, that's not
And I found the black ones are bigger too.
Alright. Feeling bigger already. Dangerously over here.
Well, I was listening to the song that Scott played, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna play a song about where I grew up. Can I get a little bit more in the floor waves from my man? So I grew up in a little town in New Jersey on the shore, a little lobster fishing town. When we were kids, our whole adventure was to sneak into Bruce Springsteen shows. So I wrote this song about some of the guys that came up with it who didn't make it out. We never said forever. We never said goodbye. There was now nothing that we would never try when we were kids. When we were kids. A junkyard full of Chevys and daisy pelicans. You steal your parents' liquor, get drunk and throw it up when we were kids. When we were kids. But Nirvana was our Bible when we needed to be saved. But some of us survived it, but some never got away when we were kids. When we were kids. At night we trace the comets across another sky, parked out in the pastures, dirt weed and getting high. And palms to jocks and emo guys, and homecoming queens. We just didn't realize we were yearbook memories when we were kids. When we were kids. But Nirvana was our Bible when we needed to be saved. 'Cause some of us survived it, but some never got away when we were kids. When we were kids. Nirvana was our Bible when we needed to be saved. But some of us survived it, some never got away when we were kids.
song before you're supposed to go starts to make you cry.
Stop.
And then I'm already a little uncomfortable in this kind of setting because some of you may know I have a rock band called Welshly Arms. And I don't think any of you have ever seen an acoustic at a Welshly Arms show.
You have a fantastic fucking rock band, Neil. Absolutely fantastic fucking band.
You actually, like, when people talk, like, I mean, I've been kind of blowing smoke for years when people are like, oh yeah, like your band, you guys are your band, yeah man, fucking huge in Germany. It's not actually true. We've never been to Germany. And then I saw photos of like shows and stuff, and I was like, holy shit, Sam is fucking huge in Germany.
Remind me to tell you a funny German story.
Alright, you know, it's like, I don't have to be part of that, maybe. Like, I'm not, nobody knows me in Germany.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, but, yeah.
That was good. Thanks for making me laugh because that made me get out of my little funk there. So this is a kind of a different setting for me, and so I was a little nervous when Scott asked, but I got to do this a couple of years ago with Scott and my good friend Stephen Kellogg. And I was really nervous then too, and I made it out. So, but I thought with the theme being Hindsight is 2020, and thinking about what kind of songs I might have that could make sense. The first song I thought of that was a Welshly Arms song is a song called Who Knew, and it's on our first record, and we never really played it. It's got like the most sensitive vocal delivery ever. Jimmy, the bass player of Welshly Arms, produced the song and did a beautiful string arrangement, and it's just one of our probably prettiest songs. So I thought I'd give it a shot, but I hope you all are able to bear some loveliness. Oh, and I should tell the story about it a little bit because I was blessed to grow up in a household full of music. My dad was a drummer, or is a drummer. He's still alive and still kicking, still gigs like almost every weekend. God bless him. Had 3 kids and decided that his band wasn't gonna bring home the dough, and so he went and put himself in law school. Went through law school, still playing every weekend. Raised 3 kids, worked a job so that he could pay for law school, and I'm gonna fucking cry right now. So he's my biggest influence in music, but also in life. And so I wrote this for him when we were making our first record. We holed up in a house on Lake Erie, and there'll be some Lake Erie love. And we holed up there, and I wanted a song kind of like this, and so I sat in my room and wrote this and came down, and the band finished the song with me. Smartest in the room, you're the last to speak. No one ever questions anything you say. I know you had dreams that you traded in. I've always thought you were a bigger man for that. You were trading dreams to someone else. 'Cause who right. Gotta figure out where I can sing it.
It's right here.
No, you do everything right. So great. Show me how to find the things I love. Never stop because I'm growing up. So if you want to tell me all your secrets, let's go back to the beginning. could leave a memory like you. You're doing everything right. You do everything right. Everything right. Everything right. Sorry, I fucking sucked up from the beginning.
As a father, don't apologize for shit.
Thank you guys.
That thing that you're doing without a pick, what do you call that? Fingers?
Finger picking.
I gotta learn how to do that. I'm gonna work that out at some point. What are you playing down there? What kind of instrument is that? Is that a six-string?
So 6 strings,
Yeah,
guitar.
it's pretty cool.
Jack.
Pretty cool. You got 6 strings too? What about you over here? Yours sound better because the cable. I feel like my cable may be bad because everybody else's sounds real good.
Dude, it's not the size of the instruments, it's the actual girth of the instrument. And the old Irish friend once told me, it's like a can of beans, you know, it's like a can of beans.
I'm fine with you get all the sides covered.
Yeah.
All right, well, shit. Okay. I don't know if you all know this, but the man to my left produced with my band's last record. Introduced me to Nashville, and what he showed us around, showed us all the good barbecue, and yeah, he took great care of us, and we had a blast. We had a blast making that record, and one of my favorite things to all those other bands out there that are looking potentially to have Will produce a record is he can be really honest. He can be like, I like that. I think we should change that. I think we should. He was very. You were involved. It was awesome, and I loved it. And I want to tell you all a quick story about. We were in Sound Emporium in Nashville on the last day of recording, and we had one song left to record to keep ourselves on schedule. And we had been working, we'd been workshopping, we'd been up to Ohio a couple times, and we had a lot invested at this point. And I feel like Juanita there, and she was like ready to get us out. She was like, okay, gave you guys a deal, we gotta get the fuck out of here, let's go. We got like one night left. And I was like, okay, what we gotta do is record this one song. And Will pulled me aside while George and Liam were playing Nintendo in the other room. And he's like, can I talk to you for a second? How do you feel about this record being a 9-song record instead of a 10-song? And I was like, I really kind of had my heart set on 10 songs. And he went, okay, I think we got to rework this last song a little bit. And I'll tell you, at the time, this song went like, it was real sleepy, and I thought it'd be like a kind of quiet sing-along song, where it went like 3 more days and counting till we get back to the road. Like radar hill sent us a message a long time ago, and it went on like that for like 3 fucking minutes.
Producer nightmares.
And I kind of couldn't believe it. And I was like, man, I don't know what to do about this. Like, well, we've invested all this time. He said, no. And I'll tell you what, and I remember what you said when we talked years ago. You said, dude, it's worth stepping away from it. It's worth stepping away from it.
Always.
And come back to it. You'll be so much happier than trying to hammer it all out at one time. And I remember you telling me that. And we were like, okay, so we reconvened. But we worked out that night. We basically worked out the song and got it into a place where we thought, okay, we're going to get that in our bones. We're going to come back in a few weeks. And that's what we did. And it turned into this song, Hitchhiker's Lullaby. And I remember you telling me, you were like, don't be afraid to go up. Don't, it doesn't need to be sleepy. And I always, so with this next song, I always think about when we were on tour, we were in Charleston, South Carolina, at Music Farm, and Will ditched his band and just kind of walked off, and we're like, everyone's like, what's going on, what's going on? And he jumped out and he stood up on the bar and he sang to the whole place with no microphone. And I couldn't believe it. George and Liam, your father was a legend at that point. It was amazing. And I remember when we talked about this song, you said, hey, this is the kind of song you could go stand up on a bar and sing without a microphone. And I loved that.
Amen.
So I thought I figured I could play that song right. So here goes. 3 more days and counting till we get back to the road. Radar Hill sent us a message a long time ago. Never forget the way the sun goes down in Ohio. Those were the days that got the ball rolling, but the ball had to roll. Someone, somewhere will remember us. The years we got lost when the world needed us. Heads in the clouds, hearts sworn to never rust. Thumbs to the road, and the rest was dust. We crossed the great wide ocean of gray, chasing sunsets made of gold. I thought for sure the Badlands would bring us, but it sent us down the road. Rocky Mountain welcome wagon got us so high, our roots still lead to call. Yeah, we had a ball out in Colorado, but the ball had to roll. Someone, somewhere will remember us. The years we got lost when the world needed us. Heads in the clouds, hearts sworn to never rust. Thumbs to the road, and the rest was dust. Ooh, all right. Made it to the coast with nothing to boast, for warm weary bones. I was driving below the red carpet over us old Rolling Stones. Chased the sunset to Santa Monica Beach and felt the sand between our toes. California's so beautiful, we ball and the ball had to roll. Heads in the clouds, hearts sworn to never rust. Thumbs to the road, and the rest was dust.
great song.
Another politician sitting far away doesn't have how many got gunned down today. As long as you can keep your re-election bills paid, you're just a whore to the pimp that's called the NRA. They tell you how to vote and they sell you all their lies, and we watch as common sense just slowly dies. But you got blood on your hands now, but you don't care. Don't do a thing but offer up you thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. Don't give a damn about your thoughts and prayers. It's just wasted words now and nobody cares. Why don't you do your job up there? Keep your thoughts and prayers. Mama crying cause her baby won't come home. You tell her father that you're sorry that his son is gone, and you just sit and do nothing in that big white dome and hope we all forget to care. But you could have done something, we always said you would, to prove to the world you had one tiny ounce of good. But you'll just blame somebody else for all this despair, and not do a thing but offer up your thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. Don't give a damn about your thoughts and prayers. It's just spinning wheels flying around in the air. Why don't you do your job up there and keep your thoughts and prayers? Takes its toll, your maker comes to call his final roll. I hope he closes up the gates and sends you straight to hell for the truth that you knew but got paid not to tell. And you can beg and you can cry, Lord, don't send me down there. You'll say the devil made me do it. I'm so sorry, I swear. And I hope that God just laughs and tells you I don't care. I hate this fucking order. I've known you for 20 fucking years, Will Hoge, and I hate this fucking order. Well, I guess I'll sing a love song. Took a lifetime burning bridges that I had to cross alone. Words were the string for all my stitches, words to cover these old wounds. Never thought I'd find my lighthouse, the safer waters I could cross. Always running from the red night. One more drink will fill the loss. Oh, you're the one who got me through. Oh, I might have died and not for you. I always felt like I was flying. It was just the water rising. And all the swimming I remember, the saying, don't you surrender. Love, I'm tired, and I'm still fighting. Need your arms to pull me right in and carry me to your hollow driftwood, worn and battered. I follow every heavy storm. Yeah, I was wrecked and I was scattered when I washed upon your shore. Oh, you're the one who got me through. Oh, I might have died and not for you. I always felt like I was flying. It was just the water rising. And all the swimming I remember, the saying, don't you surrender. But love, I'm tired, and I'm still fighting. Need your arms to pull me right in and carry me to your island. 'Cause where you are, the sun is shining down on me. On your island, on your island, the struggle I'm reminded, you were made for me. I'm tired, I'm still fighting. Need your arms to pull me right in and be my strong wind. I can cling to, call the tide in, be my rescue. And I always felt like I was flying. It was just the water rising. And all the swimming I remember, her saying, don't you surrender. I'm tired, I'm still fighting. Need your arms to pull me right in and carry me to your
Complaining about having to follow Will. I have to follow Will and you.
And I believe now completely that there's definitely something wrong with the way these guitars sound. You've got some of the tricks over there. You've got some talk to the management when we're done. Oh man, that was beautiful. Seriously, Emerson. Thank you for being here.
you, a couple of years ago, and our good friend Stephen Kellogg was up here, and I played a song that I had written on another rock boat about my son, because I was missing him. And he was probably 3 years old then, or 2 years old. And I remember, I think my daughter was maybe just born around that time, and Stephen said, you better write a song about your daughter, or she'll never forgive you. And she hears one about your son, so it was good words. And then, shortly after that, I found myself in a room with this man over here, Mr. Emerson, Hart. And we ended up writing a song with my daughter in mind.
Yes.
And then I never heard it for like 2 years because it was a little too sweet for me to record with my band. But I fucking loved this song so much, and I always thought about it. And then you told me that Emerson was going to be on this thing, and I thought, you know what? I should try to revive this song.
And I want you to know something, because I threw out, hey, Emerson, if you want to join us on the Songwriters thing, it'd be cool. I had yet to hear back from them, and then I talked to Sammy, and I was like, you wrote a song with him? Shit, would you go ahead and like text him and just say, hey man, I'm doing that thing too. Let's do that again, let's do that.
I'm not so good with the phones.
I never heard that.
No, it was so great, but I thought that was so crazy. Again, like we all known each other now for a long time. We've all crossed paths, but how rad is that to be like, I've written songs with this guy. You guys have written songs together. We're all on the same boat. We're all sailing around the Caribbean. No big deal. Whatever. No big deal. You awesome.
So I showed it to him back there a couple minutes ago. I tried to revive his memory. So if you're kind enough to just jump in wherever you feel like it, if you feel like it.
No,
and help me out with it.
of course I will. I will definitely fuck this up.
Yeah. Two of us are good.
I will fuck your art straight up.
Sunday morning paper sprawling across the floor. Who could ask for more than this? Crayons tracing crossword puzzle, coffee stains, all the simple things I miss. 'Cause love is worth it, and you're perfect, and I know that one day you're gonna leave and fly away on paper wings. Turn the page to longer days and sleepless nights with the hallway light still on. Monsters are just shadows dancing on the wall, but I will chase them on till they're gone. 'Cause love is worth it, even if it makes me nervous, knowing one day that you're gonna leave and fly away on paper wings. Life don't always turn out like the magazines. It's not all movie scenes, my dear. And I know that tomorrow you will start to fly. I wanna tell you while you're here that love is worth it. You deserve it. And I know that one day you're gonna leave and paint a world where you can chase your dreams and fly away on paper wings.
I want to note it for the record, that was not like a story that he was saying like, oh, we just worked on this backstage and they've been rehearsing that shit for months. I stood there,
Yeah,
they just did that shit backstage and it was fucking awesome. This guy.
It's so true. That was shit. And that's a song that made no record. You didn't
No record yet. Yeah, no record. But
You know what? Welshly arms can have a sensitive moment. I'm just saying. They can have a sensitive moment. They can. They can.
It's
we've opened the can.
Or it's the Sam solo record, which I embrace as well. So I agree with that.
Well, speaking of songs that didn't make the cut, that's a good segue for this next song. I got this producer guy, you all don't know him, but he kind of said, well, this next song, I don't know. It's okay. I just don't think the record needs 11 songs, Scott. Oh, he was a no, it's cool.
You want to play a skater in front of him, do it. It's fine.
No, you don't. I've had, truth be told, I had several people ask me on the boat if we were going to play this song at any point, and so you know what, this is it. After this, we're done. We're on day 5 here, everybody, and this is the last song we're playing. So I thought, what the hell? In honor of songs that don't make the cut, we're going to play this song here. This is a song I played this a few years back here, and it may have been the last time that we've done it. I don't remember, but this is a song called "Holy Rolling Thunder." Like you in an open arm position, I've developed a tick or two, a weathered wall that I was built for, but we can't recreate or replicate. I accept that we don't get to live forever, but I will not disguise that I can't recognize any finish line at all. Oh, holy rolling thunder, carry me on. I've got to finish what I've started, love. Oh, my only blunder is ever too wrong.
would have made that more badass with 6 strings on your guitar, man.
I was thinking the whole time you should put that on a record.
Can I put a question? Can I put a question to the group? And man, I'm a super fucking hydrate. Can I go take a tinkle? I don't want to be rude to you.
Because I'll be honest, I'm gonna do it during your song, so please do it. I'm sitting here looking at my watch the whole time like, I'm not gonna make it through this without this. How much time do you have? Totally fine.
I'm gonna be backstage. I won't walk out when you're playing, because I don't want to make it rude. But you know, I just gotta take a
We
picture.
gotta be on stage, Emerson, we gotta be on stage in 15 minutes, so. Pinch it off, pinch it off.
I'm so glad you did that.
That's good, all right.
A few years back, when my oldest son was in the 3rd grade, we were at the music store one day, and he walked up, wandered off into the band section, and I don't mean like the Chicks Dig It band section, I mean like the... And that's just shit that I know nothing about, right? And my oldest boy is standing there looking at this wall of brass instruments, and I wander over, and he just looks at me, and out of nowhere, with big blue eyes, he says, "Daddy, I want a trumpet." And I am a sucker for a child that wants a musical instrument. So if near the holidays, any of you are in Nashville, and you want your kid to have a musical instrument, just follow me to a music store and have them come up and ask me, because I will always buy it. So the next thing I know, a few $100s later, we're in a car with this trumpet and a 3rd grader that doesn't even know what the hell it is. And we're driving home, and I make some phone calls in East Nashville, and it's a fairly artistic community. And I was able to find a young lady that plays saxophone that said for $100 a week, she could teach my 3rd grader to play the trumpet. And that sounded like a perfectly logical idea in my mind. So I started paying this woman twice a week to teach my boy to play the trumpet, and he got okay at it in the 3rd grade and then the 4th grade. And we took him to the 5th grade, started middle school. It's a big transition. And I found out that part of the reason he had wanted to learn the trumpet, because at Isaac Litton Middle School, if you play in the marching band, you don't have to take physical education. And I was real proud of my boy, because he had thought this shit out for 2 years. He had been plotting and planning, and so the day for band audition shows up, and we haul his trumpet in, and I'm figuring there's no chance he's not going to be first chair in the trumpet. Most of these kids have never even seen a band instrument before. And I pick him up that afternoon, and he's got a big grin on his face, and I said, "How did it go? Did you get first chair trumpet?" And he said, "No, Dad, I was so good, she doesn't even want me to play the trumpet." And for a second, I thought maybe I've been wasting all that money paying that saxophone player, but then he informed me that the teacher said he was really quite good at the trumpet, and she needed somebody to play the euphonium. Don't cheer for that, you don't even know what the fuck euphonium is. Because neither did I. And I looked at him, I said, "What the fuck is a euphonium?" But I'm a good parent, I actually just said, "What the shit is a euphonium?" And he got kind of indignant, and he rolled his eyes and was like, "Dad, it's a low brass instrument. It keys like a trumpet, but it looks a bit like a mix between a tube and a French horn. It's low brass." And I did what any good parent would do. I turned the car around, we drove to the music store, and we bought a fucking euphonium. And he learned to play it. In the 5th grade, he got all right at it. And in the 6th grade, he got to take his first little solo at like a school band concert, and he did great, and I was real proud of him. And at the end, I was waiting on him. I saw him coming down the hallway, and right before he got to the double doors, about 20 yards away, these 2 girls from another school stopped him. And I couldn't hear the conversation, but I've been in this business a long time, and I know the conversation. And he walked towards me real fast, dragging that big ass euphonium behind him. He said, "Get in the car, get in the car, get in the car." I got in the car. He was a little quiet on the way home, and I said, "Buddy, what is it?" He said, "Nothing." And I knew it was something, and I asked him again, and finally he said, "Dad, sometimes I worry that maybe girls just like guys that play musical instruments." And I put my hazard lights on, I pulled over to the side of the road, and I looked him in the face, and I said, "Son, I want you to know that's literally the only reason that you are here." He said, "Daddy, please don't ever say that again." And I said, "I promise, I'll only tell this story about 95% of the shows I do for the rest of my career. So, here we go. Daddy's in the kitchen, ain't got much to say. Mama's gone to church, 'cause all she ever does is pray. I'm up here with this guitar, just trying to learn to play. Every song that I think might make you look my way, just look my way, look my way. Here you come driving in your older sister's car. See you make that left hand turn on the Belmont Boulevard. Cigarettes and cheap black shades like some 70s rock and roll star. And the only thing I'll ever want is everything you are. Everything you are. Yeah. And the days creep by like honey, sweet and slow. Floating like a song on the radio. Lost somewhere between the truth and make-believe. Honey, don't you know that's just the way it goes when you're 17? I know you're working at the movies, so I pack my stuff and go. Get a ticket and a Coca-Cola just so I can say hello. You see, you like my Guns N' Roses t-shirt and that's your favorite band. Could you hear my heart just thumping behind that old concession stand? And the days creep by like honey, sweet and slow. Floating like a song on the radio. Lost somewhere between the truth and make-believe. Honey, don't you know that's just the way it goes when you're 17? Zip my coat and walk out as the credits start to roll. You pull up beside me and ask if I wanna ride back home. Out front of my house, you lean over and kiss me slow. Is it the first one or the last one? It's just too soon to know. And the days creep by like honey, sweet and slow. Floating like a song on the radio. Lost somewhere between the truth and make-believe. Honey, don't you know that's just the way it goes when you're 17? Yeah, I know it sounds strange, but it's never gonna change when you're 17.
I love it. So listen up, man. We got 5 minutes because we're on the last day. They're keeping us on a schedule. So we got about 5 minutes.
All right.
You got one more for us?
I got one more.
Yeah? I want to hear it. Yeah.
I want to tell a quick story. It's two-pronged. It's a two-pronged story. In the year 2000, I moved to Nashville, Tennessee. I've been there 20 years now this year.
That's great.
And I want to just give some quick dap to you, my man. The first time I heard this artist, Mr. Will Hoge, I was so fucking impressed. You blew my mind, and you are literally the Bruce Springsteen of Nashville, Tennessee. And Dirk Bentley had just signed a record deal. I remember you and I were there, and we were, well, I was hammered, you weren't, but I had just released this song, and it made me think about this song today, and how much fun we had that night. I remember us talking about country artists, and you were like, man, what do you think that guy's name is? Hart and Young? offline. Big blue wings and the lies on fire. What the fuck? I forgot my own goddamn song. How did that happen?
He's brilliant. It sounded really great.
It did. I could have lied, but it just, I didn't. I totally blew it.
That story was great. It was basic. It was great.
Do you want to?
I literally have forgotten this song. Yeah, let's do that instead. Let's do that. Let's do that. Much better. Much better.
I think that was bullshit. That was all a sweet bluing. This is the chords were
I just
straight.
remembered it, but I would much rather prefer this song. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do this one.